What's up, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So carrying on in this series, I guess, of covering a crime story in each of the 50 states, we are moving on to Nebraska. This one is incredibly sad and I'm very interested to know what you guys think in the comments down below after I tell you the story. I'll of course share my opinion, but my opinion is just my opinion. I would like to hear from you guys as well. However, before anyone even comments, please make sure to keep the comments respectful because this is about real people. Blake Miller, 19 years old, was booked into the Douglas County Jail on Tuesday, April 19th of 2022. Blake has pled no contest to manslaughter. He is accused of accidentally shooting and killing his friend Tanner Farrell, who is 18 years old, while playing with a gun in March of 2022, so just this year. Police had been called to then 18-year-old Blake's home near South 161st and Harrison in Omaha, Nebraska. Prosecutors say that there were 3 friends, including Blake, in the house who were drinking and just messing around, as teenagers do, we all know. Allegedly, Blake got a .22 rifle from his room and pulled the trigger while pointing it at Tanner, believing that the gun was not loaded. Don Klein, who I believe is the judge handling this case, it didn't really clarify, but just based on context clues, that's kind of what I've concluded. That is not fact, though. Remember that. Don says, "It just shows you what can happen when somebody who doesn't know what they're doing handles a gun." Omaha police are still looking into whether or not the gun had lawfully been registered and who the legal owner of it was. Reportedly, the gun belonged to either Blake or a family member, and Blake had used it for some target practice about a month before the accident had happened. Don Klein said that he chose to charge Blake as an adult because of his age. Blake will turn 19 in September when juvenile court jurisdiction no longer applies. Blake will be sentenced February 21st of 2023. The manslaughter charge indicated that Blake unintentionally killed Tanner as he committed an unlawful act, which was pointing the gun at another person, according to journalstar.com. He is facing 0 to 20 years in prison. Now, the thing about this case that I really don't like is just the lack of gun safety. In hunter safety, you're taught to treat every gun as though it is loaded, and you are never, ever supposed to point it at somebody. So it really makes me nervous that he went target practicing, and then he went and did something like this a month later. It's just crazy to me. I am someone that is more of an advocate for gun knowledge. I think that, more people should just kind of know the basics about guns and how they work, so that way we can try to prevent accidents like this from happening. I own a gun. I did hunter safety, and I feel like I'm very safe and responsible with my guns. Okay, so I shouldn't say guns. I literally have one gun, and it's in a safe because I have a niece and a nephew, and I don't want them to accidentally get into it and have something like this happen. And not only that, even if they would get into it, it's not loaded, but I would still teach them to check and make sure that the gun isn't loaded if they find one. So I don't know. I just feel like we need more gun education, And the thing is like, if you aren't comfortable with a gun, maybe you shouldn't handle one. Obviously, Blake felt comfortable enough with it that he went and pulled it out, but if they were just messing around and drinking, like, those things do not pair well with guns. So I think this is really sad. It's a really tragic accident, and Blake is forever going to feel guilt over this. So I don't know. It's so sad, and I really do feel bad for Blake because it was an accident, but it was also acting irresponsibly. So I don't know. I hope, though, that he does get some counseling or some sort of mental health over this, because it could potentially just eat away at him. So I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below. Like I said, please be respectful. But that is it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this case interesting, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But if not, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye, guys.